Hi everyone, hope you're okay. Today I'm going to be talking to you about my January favourites, and I don't want to sound, I just spat, that's really disgusting. I obviously was that excited that I spat, which is lovely. I don't want to sound too much like one of those kind of like white girls, common white girl Twitter accounts, but literally I'm already doing my January favourites. Like seriously, hold the front door, what is going on? Crazy. I feel like I've not done a favourites video in ages, which is a lie because I did my 2014 favourites, but to me that doesn't really count, and because I didn't do a December favourites, it literally feels like, well, it feels like the 2 months, like I haven't done a monthly favourites, like I can feel that time. So today I'm going to crack on with my January favourites. There's also some stuff that I was loving in December, so it's kind of like a double whammy. I don't know why I just kind of slammed my hands. I've done it twice now, what is wrong with me? I may be in a weird mood for this video because I literally could not get into the mood to film this video, and I'm filming it about 3 hours behind schedule, which is great. But I've been in one of those moods this week that I've just not been motivated. I feel like I need Mr. Motivate to come over and like shout at me and be like, film videos, blog. But I don't know if he does that. Anyone know? Anyone know what Mr. Motivator is up to these days? Let me know. So, I haven't actually got that many favourites. I've just made a really big like intro about how it's been 2 months and you think I'd have a horde of favourites. I really don't. So this might be a quick video. It probably won't be because I can already tell from 2 minutes in of filming this video I'm in the mood to talk. So we could be here for quite some time. Okay, so the majority of the bits that I'm going to be talking about, in fact, all of the stuff that I'm really going to be talking about is all makeup bits, because to be honest, I've been having a bit of trouble with my skincare at the moment. I've been switching things up, but nothing's really been kind of doing amazing results like worthy enough to be in a favourites video. So the majority of this stuff is makeup because I have found quite a few gems. First of all, I'm going to start off with a new foundation I've been absolutely loving, and this is the Rimmel Last and Finish 25 Hour Skin Perfecting Full Coverage Concealer. They like quite the mouthful, Rimmel. And basically I picked this up because I'd seen quite a lot about it on vlogs and videos, and I know it's quite a new launch to Rimmel's foundation line. I've always really liked Rimmel's foundation. It's quite cheap and cheerful. It always does a pretty good job, and to be honest, it's probably one of my favourite foundation brands on the drugstore. So when I wanted a new foundation, I thought that I would go to Rimmel because as much as I would love to try like a YSL or like a Dior foundation, right now the money is just not there for me to indulge in that. So I've had to go for kind of budget friendly, but I'm glad I did because I've been absolutely loving this foundation. It's a really good coverage. I've been suffering with spots and blemishes this month, and I tell you what, just a little bit of this kind of covers them all up, and this and some foundation and you would never know they were there. Like, I'm being a real sneaky Sandra because I'm kind of deceiving people, because this foundation makes me look like I have flawless skin, and I will tell you for one that I do not have flawless. Next is a concealer, and this is the Maybelline Instant Anti-Age Eraser Eye, and I bought this back in October, but I got the medium shade and it completely was the wrong shade to go under my eyes, and I felt like it wasn't the best for spots because it's got like this weird spongy thing, so I felt like it was kind of like a bacteria magnet, which is not good. But anyways, I decided that I wanted to pick it up in the light because so many people talk about the light version, how amazing it is for under the eyes, and I do like suffer with eye bags and circles, dark circles, not just circles in general. The circles follow me around. That sounds like something from like an alien film, doesn't it? Like Signs. Anyone else watch that film Signs? I watched it when I was 12, and literally ever since I watched that film I've been scared of lofts because I feel there's always aliens in there. In fact, at the age of 23, I still think there's something in my loft, and it does scare me, but I try not to think about it too much because I probably won't be able to live my life properly. There you go, there's just a little insight into me and my mad mind. But yeah, I managed to pick this something light because it's always been sold out. Like, that is seriously the beauty blogger effect, always sold out. And I'm really glad that I did because it's a really nice concealer for under the eyes. It's really brightening, it's quite a good coverage. And I found that literally just a couple of layers of this is all I need to cover up the dark circles, and to me, that's pretty darn impressive. We're going the completely other end of the like spectrum now. We've gone from like cheap drugstore stuff to the bam, the luxury, almost gonna bankrupt you stuff. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Sculpt and Highlight Palette. I think it's called Film Star Bronze and Glow. I think that's the official name for it. I picked this up in the Selfridges sale when it had a generous 10% off. But let's be honest, Charlotte Tilbury makeup never has any discounts, so 10% off was actually like, oh, not bad. I've been wanting this for so long because basically I was convinced that I would buy this and it would turn me into a Kardashian. that has not happened, which I'm kind of like, should I ask for my money back? But unfortunately it doesn't say on the disclaimer that it will, so maybe I just have to get over it. But basically I've always been into contouring and highlighting. Even though I can never contour on my cheeks, I always just make my cheeks look really hairy. Does anyone else do that? Like, why do my cheeks look hairy? This is such a weird video, I can already tell. But yeah, basically it's a really, really lovely palette, and I've been trying a lot harder to contour my cheeks, and so far they're looking quite sculpted rather than hairy, which is always a good thing. The main star of the palette for me is this highlighter though. It's absolutely amazing. It's a really soft, buttery, creamy highlight. Very similar to Kevin Aquan's Candlelight highlighter, if anyone has that. Very, very similar. Just a really, really lovely highlight. One of those highlighters you put on and it kind of just makes you look really nice and glowy. Think that whole kind of Kim Kardashian highlight. That is what we're talking about. I may as well talk about the other Charlotte Tilbury purchase that I made at the end of December, and this is the Lip Cheat lip liner in the colour Pillow Talk, something that a lot of people talk about on beauty blogs, and it's a really, really lovely nude pink colour. And I also want to talk about my Rimmel Exaggerate. This is the colour East End Snob, because I'd heard that this was a dupe of this, so I bought this one first because it was like $3.99, and I was like, I don't know if I really want to splash the cash on this. And to be honest, when I bought this I was thinking, we've got the Rimmel one, do I really need it? But I have to say yes, because it's amazing. There's something about this, like, I don't know, it's kind of like magic. It's just a normal pencil, but for some reason it just goes on so, so well, and I just feel that when I use it my lips look bigger and better and just have more shape and fuller. They don't look like, you know, Kylie Jenner, whoa kind of lips. They just look like nice lips. And yeah, I would say that they're practically the same colour. So the reason why I like this lip liner so much is the fact that it just seems to make lining your lips so, so easy and just creates a really, really nice effect. I would say that they're very, very similar colours, so to be honest, you probably don't need both in your collection unless you're like a real kind of lip liner enthusiast or a kind of Kylie Jenner obsessive like I am. But yeah, these are both lovely lip liners. You have to be a bit more careful with the Rimmel one because it's one of those kind of wind up ones, and if you're like me who has a very heavy hand, it will break and you will have hardly any of it left like I do. That's literally all I have left because I've literally broke quite a lot of it. So the next lipstick is MAC's Velvet Teddy, and again this is apparently one of the lipsticks that rumoured, one of the ones that Kylie Jenner uses. There's like a whole list of MAC lipsticks and lip liners that apparently she uses. I don't need the official one because, you know, I'm not mates with her. If I was mates with her I'd ask and I'd tell you, so if that ever does happen you'll be the first ones to know. But Velvet Teddy is one that is that's said quite a lot to be one of her favourites, and it's always out of stock on MAC websites and in the MAC shops. And then for some reason in December, after I've had a dream about Kylie, yep, my obsession's getting to that point. I had a look on the MAC website and it was miraculously in stock. I absolutely love it. It's a really nice matte, nude, brown, pink toned lipstick. It's just really, really flattering for winter. It stays on the lips for quite a long time and it's the perfect kind of Kylie Jenner shade. So yeah, I've been really liking that, and I've been using it a lot because you can just wear it with so many different things like a smoky eye and stuff. Next up is the Benefit Majorette blush, and I actually got sent this back in the summer, but I just didn't really do much with it because I just didn't basically. I kind of went off having peachy cheeks, but recently I have been enjoying having a peachy blusher again, and this is just absolutely perfect. It just creates, I've just got it all over my finger, fabulous. It just creates the perfect kind of peachy coral blush. I just put it on the apples of my cheeks and it just adds a little bit of colour. Recently my kind of go-to makeup look has been quite a heavy smoky dark eye with eyeliner, a nude lip, and I've been using like a peachy blush to just add a little bit of colour. So I've been really enjoying using it, and it's not like any other colours that I have, which you may be like, you love peachy stuff, Corey. But seriously, this is the only blush I have like this, and I've been really, really enjoying using it. My final makeup favourite of the month is this palette from Makeup Revolution, and it's called the Redemption Palette Essential Mattes 2. I've been kind of getting into matte eyeshadows recently, and this is just a really, really nice palette. You can create such a nice dark brown smoky eye with it. There's also loads of kind of lighter powders that you can actually use for like highlighting and setting concealer, and I think these palettes are like £5–6, so they're really, really cheap too. So I've been really liking that. You would never know that it's so cheap. They're really, really good quality matte eyeshadows. They're probably as good as the Urban Decay Naked Basics palette. I've been using this instead of that, so that's saying a lot. But I've been really enjoying using this palette the past couple of months to just create a really nice matte smoky eye. So there's my favourite beauty things from January. Some other non-beauty favourites that I quickly wanted to kind of throw out there that I've been absolutely loving this month is, first of all, I wanted to introduce you to my Tumblr wall. Hopefully you can see it here. Ooh. And basically I decided to have a bit of a makeover in my blogging room to make me more inspired and have it as a more productive workspace for the new year. And I decided to have some of my favourite kind of Tumblr quotes and pictures printed out in like these Polaroid forms, and then I put them on my wall and put some fairy lights on them, and I'm just absolutely loving this wall. Like, if I could just sit and stare at it, I would, but I feel like that's not a very productive way to live my life. Second of all, I wanted to mention a YouTuber that I've absolutely been loving this month, who I found at the end of December. Her name is Catherine Elizabeth, and I will pop her link down below because she deserves so many more subscribers than what she has, because her editing is just editing goals. You guys may have noticed that recently I have been trying to up my editing game, and the reason why is because I've been inspired by some of my favourite YouTubers. Beyond Beauty Star is amazing at doing editing. This girl called Catherine Elizabeth, she does great editing. Gabby from Velvet Ghost, I all think their editing is so good, and I've been wanting to try and put more effort into my videos and make them a little bit different to everyone else's by kind of just upping my editing game. And this girl, Catherine Elizabeth, I watch her videos and they just inspire me so much to do similar things or to kind of think outside the box, but her videos are amazing and they just kind of really inspire me. So hopefully you will like her too, so I'll pop her link down below. Second of all, I wanted to mention a music artist that I've been absolutely loving in January. The girl is called Halsey, and I think I've said her name right. It's Ashley backwards, but I think it's Halsey. If I've said this wrong, I'm sorry. Basically, I found her like on Twitter. I don't know why, but there was like loads of people talking about her one day, and I kind of just went on her Twitter and I was like, she has cool coloured hair. And then I just found out she had songs and stuff, and I listened to them, and it's completely different to the normal kind of music that I listen to, because you guys know that I'm quite a fan of boy bands, and usually my playlist kind of consists of One Direction or Five Sauce or Taylor Swift. So this is kind of completely different to the usual stuff that I listen to, but it's really good. And if you're looking for maybe some kind of alternative music to listen to, unfortunately her music isn't available in the UK, so you have to listen on YouTube, which is a bit of a pain in the bum, but hopefully that'll be getting sorted out soon. Who knows? But yeah, I just wanted to include a few non-beauty things because I've been absolutely loving that YouTube channel, like music. I've been really liking them in January, so I thought why not include them and let you know what I've been liking. So I'm going to go now because I finished the video, and that's what you do when you finish a video. And so I hope you all had a great January. Here's to February, whatever February might bring. I thought January might be a bit like, you know, when you start the year and you're like, it's going to be life-changing, and then in the end nothing happens. I've totally had that this month, but hopefully February will be better, which is always good. But yeah, I hope you're all well. Also, oh my god, I can't believe I haven't said this. Basically, a big thank you to everyone who subscribed, because last week I hit 30,000 subscribers, and this is the first video that I've sat down to talk about it. So yeah, a big thank you to everyone who subscribes to me and watches my videos and leaves nice comments. You're all amazing, and it was like such a big achievement to get to 30,000 subscribers, because it's like, you know, a milestone, and it was just, I don't know, it was really nice. And yeah, so thank you. It was lovely. I kind of squealed like a little pig when I reached 30,000 subscribers. Frankie wasn't too impressed, but you know, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna go now. I'll leave you in peace. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, see you soon. Bye.